Happy New Year. I'm Jennifer Waldman with Utterly Simple Designs. Welcome back. So my sisters and I have worked pretty hard. Well, not really. I think we did it over a few glasses of wine, but we designed a new free block-a-month quilt that we want to share with you. It's called English Garden. It's 58.5 by 58.5 finished. Here's a picture of it. It actually has 13 blocks, including the house in the middle. So what we will do is one of the months, we will give you instructions for 2 blocks instead of 1. So you're getting a deal, 2 for 1. Of course, you're gonna have to work a little harder to get 2 blocks done in 1 month. So as usual, we will post a video each month if you want to sew along with us or just keep referring back to it, however you want to do it. And then also we will post the written instructions on our website at utterlysimple.com. And the fabric requirements can also be found at our website for the whole project. So the first block that we're going to do, January here, is Schoolgirls Puzzle. And we're going to get started on that right now. Okay, here we are with the cutting instructions for Schoolgirls Puzzle. It's our January block number 1. So the cutting instructions are, from your red material, you're going to cut 2 3 1/8 inch squares. From your green material, you're going to cut 1 5 3/8 inch square. From your blue material, you're going to cut 1 3 1/8 inch square. From your yellow material, you'll cut 2 3 1/8 inch squares. And from your white material, you'll cut 3 3 1/8 inch squares and 4 2 3/4 inch squares. So to begin with, we're going to make half square triangles. And you will be using your 3 1/8 inch squares. You'll use a red and a white with right sides together. You will use your red and a yellow with your right sides together. And your yellow and your blue with your right sides together. Okay, and then you will draw a diagonal line, corner to corner, on each one. You'll be able to see that one too good. I'll use this instead. Okay, and I'll go back to this. Okay, and then I'm going to take this to my machine and I will sew a 1/4 inch on either side of the lines, and then we will cut on the line, and then I'll press them open and we will have 2 4 6 half square triangles. Okay, here we are back with my 6 half square triangles. Now we're going to just set these aside for a minute because the next step is to cut our, I'm going to cut these separate, your green 5 3/8 block, and your 2 more white 3 1/8 blocks. We're going to cut those in half diagonally, so into triangles. So we'll have 2 green triangles, and we're going to end up with 4 white triangles. Okay, and then we are going to take our 2 half square triangles that have the blue and yellow, and we will take our blue triangles and sew them like this. So you see how I have this lined up, okay? With the horizontal line, you want to line the top of your triangle to that point so that it'll hang over at the bottom. And then you'll go back and you'll line that one up the same way on the opposite side and sew that. I just want to make sure that I'm clear about this. So that's how it will look in the end. But to sew it, you want to do right sides together. Okay, lining up the top of the triangle to that point there where the horizontal line is, okay? And it's going to hang over. So you're going to sew a 1/4 inch from there to the end. And then you'll open that up, press it, and then you'll repeat that same thing on this side. Open it up and press it. Okay, so I sewed both white triangles to my half square triangle, and now you can see that there's a little something hanging over there. So I'm just going to remove that. Okay, and now we'll take the green square that we cut in half. It's a triangle. Put the right sides together and also a 1/4 inch, and then we'll have a unit done, and I'll complete the other unit also, and then we'll be able to lay everything out. I want to point out that when you're sewing your green triangle to your other half square white triangle unit, you want to make sure that you sew across, there's like an X here. From your other stitching, you've made like an X with in sewing, you know, your white triangles to your half square triangles, and you want to sew right, there's like a point right there where the X's cross. That way, when you're finished, your points will be nice and neat. You won't cut it off, or there won't be too much space there. It'll butt right up against your other piece of fabric nicely. Okay? All right, now we're going to lay this out with our squares like this, and then we want to get our other half square triangles, that, and our these like this. And then we're just going to fill in the blanks here with our, we have 4 2 3/4 inch white squares that we're just going to fill in like that. Okay, so it's really coming together. So now we will work with these two blocks within the block, and we'll sew our rows together. Okay, and then after you sew the rows together, you know, the blocks in that row, then you'll sew your rows together like that. Okay, so let me go to the machine and sew these two units together, and then we'll come back, lay it out again, and finish it up. Okay, I finished sewing these two units. I want to point out that remember to nest your seams when you're sewing these together. You can see that I made sure that the two red squares really butted up against each other before I went across and sewed it, and then that will give you your nice points there. Okay, you won't cut your points off, they'll just be real nice. Okay, so now I'm going to sew my rows together, and then I'll sew those rows together, and then we'll have a complete block. Here's our block complete. Schoolgirls Puzzle, block number 1 for January 2023. So thank you for joining me today. I really enjoyed making this video for you. I hope you enjoyed sewing along with me. If you did, please hit the like button. I just want to give a quick shout out to my friend Leonore. Thank you for my shirt. Blessed are the peacemakers. I feel blessed to have a friend like you. So enjoy the rest of this month. See you next month. So long for now. Keep quilting utterly simple.